Hello and welcome to another Tycho video. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to make use of the new Lua scripting functionality that is available in version 13 of the Tycho software. So to go ahead and get started, I navigate to the plugins menu here and choose Plugin Manager. And what we want to do is download the example plugin script. So to do that, we navigate to Action, Download Plugin. And what we can do is right click and choose Install on the P1 example plugin. Now when I do that, it says program restart required, so I go ahead and restart the program. And if we now navigate once again to the plugins menu, we see that the P1 example script has now been installed. Now when I click on it, nothing particularly interesting happens. It simply says load failed, no images, and that is because we do not have any images in the image manager. So I go to List, Add Images, and now when I invoke the script, it says Tycho version equals 13,040. That corresponds to Tycho version 13.04, and result set equals true, meaning that it was able to successfully set the active observatory. So to better understand what the script is doing and to make changes to it, we can navigate to the Plugins menu, choose Plugin Manager, and then right-click on the script and choose View in Explorer. Now when I do that, it presents with a new File Explorer window here, and I navigate to the Scripts folder, and then right-click on the main script here and choose Open With and the desired editor. So you'll notice that if you scroll down into the script here, that we have the main function here, and this is all it is doing. So it's a very basic script at this point. All it is doing is retrieving the current Tycho version, printing it out to the console, and then setting the active observatory, in this case by its identifier. So what I'd like to do now is make some changes. First change I'd like to do is have it where I set the active observatory by the MPC code. So if I'm not sure what the function is that does that, I can use the API reference. So here is that reference, and this is a web page that is available on the links page of the Tycho website. And you'll notice we have these high-level modules here, or components. So synthetic tracker, fast tracker, and images, and the core functionality here. So set active observatory by obs code. This is the function I'm looking for. I can click on it, and it gives me a brief description of what that function does. So I can go ahead and copy that into the script here, replace the old function, and update it accordingly. So now when I run the script, we should see that the active observatory changes from U94 to Q62. And indeed, it did change to Q62. So that is the observatory that captured these images. Now, we'd like this script to do something more useful. So one example of that might be to perform the pre-processing routines of calibration, plate solving, and alignment. So that's pretty straightforward. As you can see in the other parts of the script here, they've been commented out, but here's the calibration functionality, plate solving, and alignment. So what I can do is go ahead and add this functionality into the entry point here. So it is now going to perform calibration, perform plate solving, and perform alignment. So once we've done that, we can go ahead and run the script once again. So we can access it from the menu and click on it, and you'll see that it is calibrating the images. Now it's performing plate solving. So we can give it a moment to complete that operation. And now after it has finished with plate solving, then the next step after that is to do alignment. So here it is, it's performing alignment. And there it is, it has completed. So it's pretty straightforward. What's nice about this type of functionality is you can access it in multiple ways. You can do it from the menu here. You could also access it through batch mode, for example. So if I add a directory of images, for example, in fact I can add multiple image directories here, I can operate that same script on this list of images. So I can go to settings here and tell it this is the script that I want to operate on these images. So for example, if I click begin, it will perform that exact same pre-processing functionality on that set of images. So that's another way to make use of the scripting functionality. Now, we might want to expand on the script a little bit more. So in addition to performing the pre-processing routines, we might want it to also run the synthetic tracker. So that's also pretty straightforward. For example, if I go back to the script here, then I can see that there are references to the synthetic tracker. So we can run the synthetic tracker, and we can also perform the compute confidence routine, matching with known objects, creating observations, and so forth. So I can copy all of that functionality here and have it take place just after the alignment has finished. So we can say run synthetic tracker and perform these other steps, and then the script will complete. So as an example here, I can also adjust the inputs to the synthetic tracker. I can say that just for this example, I am only interested in maiden belt asteroids. Again, just as an example. So I can adjust the speed lower bound, 0.3 arc seconds per minute, and the upper bound to 0.8 arc seconds per minute, and go ahead and apply that as a limit. And having done that, I can also apply a limit on position angle between 200 to 300 degrees. And so I have saved these changes, and now let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So again, I can make sure I'm on the original input images here. Go back to the plugins menu here, run the script, and it will again start off with the pre-processing steps of calibration, plate solving, and alignment. But once it has completed those, then it will begin the synthetic tracker. So give it a moment here to finish alignment, and now you see it is starting synthetic tracker, and give it a minute to complete that. So it has identified 10 tracks, and now it is creating observations, and now it has finished all these other steps. So you'll notice it has returned 10 tracks here. That's not the total number of tracks in truth, but we limited it in the script. So if you'll notice, the step to perform confidence computation, we have a parameter that says number of tracks to verify is 10. So there's also another way that these scripts can be used, and that is through the monitor queue. So if you get a file monitor queue, what this module does is it will examine a directory for new image directories that are populated. So for example, you could have an imaging session throughout the night that you go to a field, you start capturing images. Once that image directory has been populated, then the monitor queue will automatically launch the script on that set of images. And it will then go on to, if there's another script, or if there's another directory of images that is added to the monitor queue, then it will invoke the script on that as well. So you can go to settings here, and once again give it a path to the script of interest. So that is about it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.